I think so. Okay, good. So, hi, I'm so glad to see you all. This is a crash course in public speaking because we all love to speak publicly.
Nah.
Ooh.
Mm-mm.
So, rather than putting it in the chat, why don't we just talk about why public speaking makes us fearful? Anybody?
I know for me, I just don't like to be, I don't like to seem like I'm the center of attention. I don't like to have all eyes on me. I just don't like to be in the forefront. So, speaking in front of people, it's just never been my forte. Like when I was in high school and I had to do like public, like in front of the class and read something or speak, I always did not do that assignment. I was a bad.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I mean, high school is difficult anyway. So then take just being in high school alone and having to stand up in front of your class and feel like all eyes are on you. And then you have people who don't have their eyes on you. And then you're like, oh, I must be boring, or maybe I'm not getting this right, or it's the worst feeling. Anyone else?
She kind of summed it up. I feel the same way. I don't like all eyes on me, but we had no choice in high school. We had to do it.
Right.
I was a nervous wreck, but I did.
Good for you. Thanks for sharing, Tara and Angela. Yolanda, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Well, I'm always afraid I'm going to sound like an idiot. You know, like people are not going to listen to me, and it's going to be stupid and make a dummy of myself. So
yeah, you're not alone in that. Even in graduate school, we have these big discussions, as what most graduate classes are like. It's just a big discussion. You read 600 pages, and then you come and you talk about it. And I would get lost in my train of thought, and I would be afraid I was going to sound stupid too. Which, especially in school, hello, it's okay to say, I don't understand, or I lost my train of thought. And so I think that's why all those things combined, people staring into you, feeling like you're going to come across wrong, that makes us afraid to get up and speak in public. So the purpose of this particular conversation is not with the idea that anyone is going to get up and be a platform speaker. You're probably never going to find yourself on a stage with 10 to 500 people just listening to you. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be presenting yourself to any number of people, whether it's for an interview or a client, even your family. This particular live event is structured in a way to help you organize your thoughts and deliver content really off the cuff, but also in order to be prepared. So that's why I like to give this, and I'm so glad that you all came, because I think you're going to find some really valuable tools in here. So first, let's just talk about, let's say that you do have prior knowledge that you're going to be speaking to someone at some point. Will you please remind me, what are each of your fields that you're studying?
I'm in healthcare management.
Okay.
I'm fitness trainer.
Okay.
And I'm in paralegal.
Paralegal. Okay, good. So we have someone representing each of the major tangents. So for health management, what situation would lend to you having to talk to someone?
Going over, let's say, a bill that they received and they're needing to understand it better, or, a claim or something like that, talking to the insurance or the third party or something like that.
Okay. And then for fitness, what is something that you would need to talk with somebody about?
Trying to get them to become a client, or maybe, talking to someone one-on-one, or maybe a group of 3, I don't have a problem with, but a large crowd. So I would say sales.
Okay. Will you ever have to be in front of a large class teaching?
Yeah, probably so, depending on the size of the class. But to me, that's not really nerve-wracking, but I guess being on stage in front of people is my problem.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because if you're teaching someone or you're talking to a client in your wheelhouse, right, you're making connections with them.
Right.
And you're the expert.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then for a paralegal, when would you need to give some information or present something?
Probably to new clients, or when you're discussing with attorneys, cases, information about that.
Okay, good. Awesome. So we have a great framework to work with as we continue to talk about this. So let's talk about warming up. When you think of warm-ups, is this what you think of?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
And in terms of exercise, yeah.
Yeah, I was born in the early 80s, and so I'm like, big hair, don't care, bring it. I will do that with the blue eyeshadow. Okay, so when I'm talking about warming up, I'm talking more so about breath or breathing, your face and your body. So let's say that you have a moment to prepare and you're nervous for what you're going to do. In any situation, the bathroom is your very best friend, because you can go in there and you can be totally alone and you can gather yourself. Okay, so the first thing that we want to think about is just breathing. You're getting ready to review a bill with that client, right? That person who calls every single day and is fussing about their bill, and it stresses you out. So you go in and you breathe. My fitness person, Angela, you probably know all about this. So you take a deep breath in and you let it out. And we're not talking about breathing from your shoulders, but breathing from your belly. So instead of breathing like that, we want to breathe and feel your diaphragm. My diaphragm, we want to feel that get big and come down. So you can take a deep breath in, hold it for like a count of 2, and then breathe out and try to push every single little bit of air out. And then you breathe in for as long as you can, hold it for just a little bit, and then breathe out. Every little bit of air in that belly comes out. And what that does is it sends a chemical process through your body and tells you to calm down. It helps your brain calm down. It helps your whole body relax so that you can feel more calm. And when your body gets that adrenaline, it's actually your body saying, it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. Calm down. So that's breathing. So that breath will help you calm down. Also, as you've learned about nonverbal communication, our faces do funny things sometimes. Sometimes they betray our thoughts, and we would rather they not. So with your face, you can actually warm up your face before you go talk to someone. Anyone ever had a get tongue-tied? You're like trying to say the words, or they just won't come out. Yeah, or you get dry mouth, and it's like cotton in your mouth. It's the worst. So in the bathroom or in your car, if you'd rather, you can warm up your face. You can massage your face, get all up around your temples, which probably feels good anyway at the end of the day, because we're saying, what, this is supposed to be Friday, but it's only Thursday. So you can warm up your face, you can massage it. That breathing that you just did is going to be helpful, but you can also warm up your lips. You can blow air through your lips. Totally okay to laugh at me right now, okay? You can blow sound through your lips and work through those ranges. They're called lip trills or tongue trills, and you can do the same thing with your tongue, just warming it up. You can also do some tongue twisters, and these are just really good anyway because it helps you enunciate and keep from slurring through your words. I notice particularly when I get tired or I'm talking really fast, I slur my words and you really can't understand what I'm saying. Even with my kid, I'm saying all the time, enunciate. What? I don't understand what you just said. So simple little tongue twisters, like it says red leather, yellow leather. Easy, right? Just remember red and yellow leather. So you can keep your mic off, but just try to say it. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Good. You can also do the classic Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Keep it going. Do you know it? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? I don't know. And then you just keep going. So any tongue twisters that you find or that you like, pick up a children's book and learn some tongue twisters to help you warm up that tongue and those lips so you're not tongue tied and so that you get that saliva moving. Finally, the body. Breath and breathing in association with the face, those all work together. Next, we have the body. The body can get really tense. So you can just roll your shoulders. You can shake out your hands a little bit. You can gently roll down and, just let your body hang sort of like a rag doll, rolling up the spine and just letting yourself relax. All these things are part of warming yourself up so that you can go and you can talk to someone when you need to, even in a conflict situation. Taking those few moments by yourself to calm your body down, which will in turn calm your mind down, is going to help out a lot. Do you have any questions about those?
Nope.
No.
Okay, good.
Oh,
So now this is a golden rule kind of tool that you can use to talk to anybody, anytime, anywhere. It's called the tell them adage. So the idea is you tell them what you're going to tell them, you tell them, and then you tell them what you told them. This approach helps your audience hear what you are going to say 3 times. Generally, audiences have about an 18-minute window where about every 18 minutes you're going to lose them. So telling them repeatedly what you're telling them is going to help them track with you and remember what it is that you're talking about. So let's say that you're a paralegal. Again, I'm not in this field, so I could totally flip this up, but you're a paralegal. You're welcoming a new client in or a potential new client for your attorney. Hi, so nice to meet you today. Let me tell you a little bit about our attorney, what we have to offer, and how I'm going to work with you. That's the first part. I just told them what we're going to do. Then I'm going to go through these things. So first, what did I say the first one was? Let me tell you a little bit about our attorney, and then you tell them. Okay, so that's kind of what the attorney does. Here's more about our firm and how we can help you. I've told you these things. Now let's move on to saying, this is how I'm going to interact with you. You work through that conversation, you answer any questions, then you wrap it up saying, well, I hope you feel super comfortable and like you're ready to work with us because like I said, the attorney is this. Our firm is like this, and I'm looking forward to working with you because I am like this. Is that, can you see that flow, that chronology of working? Okay, good. So let's try another one. So that was the paralegal. And I've used a health management. Let's look at fitness. So let's see here. Angela, let me put you on the hot seat. What is something you would be talking to someone about in sales? Like, give me the top 3 things that you would do.
I would ask them why they're interested in fitness. What is their plan for fitness? Then I would ask them their time frame and first I would ask them what they hope to get out of it. Is there anything that would come up that would, stop them from or interrupt them working out?
Okay.
And then I would ask them their time frame
for
working out, what areas they want to work on.
Awesome. That's good. Okay, so they come in, they're all nervous because they've never been in your gym before. Hi, it's so great to meet you. Let's go take a seat. So let's talk about your goals. Let's talk about anything that would keep you from reaching those goals. And then let's talk about your time frame. So you would work them through that. Okay, let's talk about your goals. Awesome. I think those goals are really achievable for you. What could keep you from reaching those goals? So you have that conversation. I understand that you are nervous about X, Y, and Z helping you meet goals A, B, and C. Let's get a feel for your time frame. 4 to 6 weeks before you hit the beach. Okay, I really think that we can do that. Thanks for sharing with me about your goals, these things that could stop you and this time frame. Let's work out a plan that's structured for you. So you see, so again, I work through this. So they're gonna leave you, and they're gonna say, man, that was awesome. They asked me about my goals, helped me work through what could keep me from it. They wanted to know my timeline, so I'm not gonna be there for years. They're gonna help me in 6 weeks. I'm gonna get this thing that I really want. So now it's been said like 4 times. You see how that repetition helps build not only rapport, but it really helps you track with your audience and yourself as a speaker.
Right.
Sweet. Okay, so we've covered warm-ups. We've covered this tell them adage. Let's talk about gestures. What do you think is being said in this picture?
Tell him something he did wrong, or
Yeah,
he's in trouble or something.
he does look in trouble.
Or she caught him in something because she kind of laughing.
Maybe she's telling him a joke. Like, you're never going to believe what happened today. He's like, what? Tell me. So as you see, gestures can be read in so many different ways. So even if you feel a lack of confidence on the inside, I'm going to tell you how you can present confidence even when you don't feel it. And you've probably heard these things before. Things like keeping eye contact, your face gestures, so keeping eye contact. Also remembering what your lips do. What do pursed lips do? Pursed lips say that you're mad, so try not to purse your lips. If you know that your mouth sort of naturally turns down, mine does. I'm an introvert and my mouth goes down. So like when I am in a social situation, I consciously try to make sure that I have some semblance of a smile on my face, or like that my eyes are kind of wide and happy. Otherwise, people think that I'm stuck up or shy. And that's not what I want at a party. I'm just standing there. I don't want anyone to think that I'm a jerk. So I try to make sure that I have a smile. Also, making sure shoulders are down and back, not up and folded in, because this makes you seem kind of closed off. So we want to put those shoulders down. We also want to function with our gestures up here above the waist. So if you're showing someone something, or you're telling them that, gesture open and up top, so that it demonstrates more confidence, and it also yields more power. We want to refrain from crossing our arms, putting both hands in our pockets, unless you're reading the situation and you can tell that it's super social and you're really comfortable. But if this is definitely like a first greet, try not to cross those arms. Try not to put your hands on your hips or have them both in your pocket. Try to keep a very open posture and open gestures to the person that you're meeting. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It seems not
Yeah.
not fun. It can feel very uncomfortable, but it's worth it. So that kind of wraps up everything. We've talked about the why for public speaking, why I'm doing this crash course. It's not so that you can stand on a podium and speak, but so that you can really kind of talk to anyone, anytime, anywhere, particularly in your fields of interest. And then we also, I gave you that tool. I stopped sharing my screen, which is fine. And then we talked about gestures. So do you have any questions at all? I know that was a ton of information that you can actually cover in one whole course. But I know it's a lot to digest. Do you have any one takeaway at the moment that you think was helpful, or something you'd like to hear more on? Questions?
No.
No, I think everything was covered, and we went over something like this in one of our other classes I took, but I can't remember what it was,
Okay, good.
which class it was. So this was like what you just said was like a refresher course.
Okay, good. That's good. Tara, do you have anything to add?
No.
Okay, That's cool. So now the very last assignment is a video assignment where you're just answering 3 questions. So I'd really encourage you to try to get up the gumption. I'm the only one who's going to watch it if you're uncomfortable with the video camera. And I'm also talking to all of your classmates that are going to watch the recording later. Make sure that you plan for that recording. Try to use some of the tools. You can say, hi, my name is Kim, and I'm going to tell you the 3 questions, and then you're going to tell me, and then you're going to say, and we've just talked about the skills that I've learned, where I see myself in 10 years, and it's going to be groovy. Okay. All right. So that's a wrap. Let's move on with our evening. Thank you so much for coming. I'll hang out for a few minutes if you have any other questions, but otherwise you're free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.